Okay, so tell me a little bit about Mile 22.
You know, we wanted to, Pete and I had made, this is our fourth movie together, we made 3 movies based on pretty horrific, real life events, and we wanted to kind of do something that was edgy and action-packed, but just be able to go and have a little bit of fun and try something different. So we wanted to make something that, again, was character-driven, smart, story-driven, and a character who is not the kind of brooding action hero that you're used to that has very little to say. He's a very opinionated, very kind of smart, unapologetic guy, and it's really kind of lives and dies with the character. So we're excited to see what happens with this movie.
And you put a heck of a team together for the
Yes.
movie too, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You got Rhonda and Lauren, and obviously you're working with Pete again. How did everyone kind of come about? Were you all signed on at around the same time? Or was anyone...
And with Eco, well, there were different versions of the movie at different times, but everybody kind of stayed the course. And again, we got everybody to kind of commit to playing these characters. So when you see Rhonda in the movie, I think you're going to be uniquely surprised at how layered and how much texture there is to her performance. It's really kind of smart. And then once the action starts, obviously, it goes to another level. But it's a smart, character-driven action movie.
There's not a lot out there right now about the movie, so can you kind of give me a brief synopsis of what the movie is and why it's titled Mile 22?
No. Oh, the only thing that I can give you is that, yes, we are working in this embassy. Basically, when we're in a third world country and there's an uprising or something, we basically decide who lives, who dies, who gets out, and who stays. And then we have this one situation where we believe this guy, played by Eco, has this information. So we want to basically get him out of the country to avoid some other terrorist attacks. And then we have 22 miles to travel between the embassy to the airport and get him and extract him out of the country.
You said no, but that was a good synopsis right there. I like that one.
It's cool, but again, what happens by the time we decide to leave and go on this journey, and what happens to get him out of the country, and all the twists and turns. But the great thing about it, again, I mean, when Pete and I talked about this movie, and even the characters that we wanted to find inspiration from, we never talked about, people make comparisons to Bourne or John Wick or all these characters. We talked about like Tommy Lee Jones and The Fugitive. It was much different from what people will expect.
Are you hoping to go more than one movie with it?
Listen, I want to make pretty much every movie that I make, at least every other movie that I make with Pete Berg for the rest of my career. And
But
I don't know how.
specifically Mile 22, is it sequel?
Yes, we've talked about at least a trilogy, but we'll see what happens. It's interesting to see what happens at the ending. So there's only a couple of ways to go from there. So.